Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to solve a Megaminx. A Megaminx is a 12-sided puzzle, which is easier if you know the 3x3. So the first step is to buy a Megaminx. So the Megaminx I have is, the Eternal Mayu Megaminx, which is going on Amazon.in for around 750 rupees. It's also on Amazon.com, but if you want a better one on Amazon.com, if you're in the US, then you can buy the GAN Megaminx M. Otherwise, if you're a non-American citizen, then this is the second best option, especially after you break it in. After you break it in, it's turning really fast. So it's really nice for speed cubing. So yeah. Shipping takes 3 to 5 days, but it's worth the wait. So it is the Muyu Wamo thing. Right. So once you get your Megaminx, next step is to scramble it up like that. This cube is non-magnetic, so yeah. So 20 moves is good enough to get a good scramble for your cube if it's a 3x3 or something. But if it's a Megaminx, then you will need at least 35 moves. Also, the scrambles for 5x5 are at least 40 moves. Let's forget about all those things right now. And yeah, so I'll have the link for this Megaminx in the description. You can get it if you're an Indian citizen. Otherwise, as an American, you can get the GAN Megaminx M, which is also magnetic. Links for both of those will be in the description. Alright, so once your Megaminx is scrambled, you are going to have to solve the white star involving getting all 5 edges on top. It is exactly the same as on the 3x3, but the 3x3 has 4 edges, unlike the Megaminx, which has 5. So if you know how to solve a 3x3, it makes the whole thing easier. So just in case you don't know how to solve 3x3, I'm going to help you to solve the star. So, for example, let's take this yellow-white edge. So, it is matching with the yellow center, and you can move it up in one move, which is F prime. We also have some new notation in Megaminx, which I will mention later on. So, next, you're going to find another edge. For example, this blue-white edge. Bring it down. And then you'll notice that instead of one bottom layer on the Megaminx, you have 2. One is on the left, one is on the right. So, the terms for this one are DL and DL prime. While for this one, it's DR and DR prime. But that's the only new notation. There's nothing else. So now we can align this with the blue center over here by making the blue center face you, then do L prime and DL, and then just do F2. Now over here, this red-white edge is in the correct place, but it's flipped. In this case, you can just do F prime, L, DR, and L prime. And then just do F2 to insert the edge. Right. So for the last white edge, it might be a little tricky because you need to save all these 4 edges. So first of all, you need to find the edge, which is in my case green white, right over here. Then you just need to move it over here. As you can see, it is flipped Well, that's easy. Let's do L prime FL, and your star is solved. Now we gotta solve the 5 corners. So you can also use F2L, but instead of 4 times, it will be 5 times. Right, so this is how you should hold your Megaminx. You can hold it like this, but then it's harder. So this is how you are supposed to hold a Megaminx. Right. Now find the red, blue, white corner. Bring it on top of where it's supposed to go. Let's go over here so it's correct. So now you can just repeat R, U, R prime, U prime until the corner is solved. And do that for all 5 corners. So now let's take yellow, white, and blue. Move it in between the yellow and blue centers. And do the same 4 moves until it's positioned correctly. Same for all of the corners. So if you know F12, great. Because F12 is going to make everything a lot easier. Here. Well, after inserting this corner, I'm going to show you an F2L example. Alright, now let's take an F2L example. So, first of all, we have this red, green, white corner. Now we'll just find the red, green edge. There it is. Then you have to move it in like this. So in such a way that you get this case. Now you need to carefully move this around the cube, but over here it's not possible. Now instead what you can do is get this edge again and move it to the top like that. Then you can just do R prime to insert the corner edge pair. F12 on Megaminx is a bit complicated, but as you keep doing it, you'll get used to it. So after you solve the first layer, the next step is the second layer, right? After F12, so this is F12, right? So now let's take an example of this edge, of the red blue edge, right? So over here, it's not positioned in a way in which we can just do an algorithm. A 3x algorithm, it will get solved. So what we're gonna do here is we'll move that edge up and then do U prime 2, and yeah. So now just make it face this way and do U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. The algorithm for that case is different in CFOP. Now let's take this purple and green edge. So move it over here. The algorithm over here is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Right. Now we need to find the yellow and purple edge, which is always hiding somewhere out of my sight. Oh, there it is. So over here, the CFOP algorithm, you hold this edge on the right and then do R prime, F prime, R, U prime, R prime, F. Now let me show you an example of that on a 3x3. This is it done fast. See? It's really beneficial use this algorithm. And because it's much faster than the algorithm in beginner method. And you can solve the cube much faster. So, that's why I recommend learning CFOP. It's a very good speed solving method for 3x3. And Max Park used CFOP to set the 3.13 seconds world record after 5 years of Yu Shangdu holding the world record of 3.47. Right. Anyway, let's get back to Megaminx. Now, we need to insert the last edge, which is yellow and blue. Right, this one is hiding. Really, it's hiding. Okay, so I don't know why, but the edge is hiding somewhere out of my sight. Like, Megaminx really isn't easy. Like, I literally can't find the edge. Look at that. Is it even there? I don't know, man. I'm trying to. Oh my god. Okay. Is this a cube solve or a scavenger hunt? I don't know. But we will definitely find it. Oh my god, it was right over there on the back. Now you know how. You should know both the algorithms for the edges if you can solve 3x3. So, normally it's very easy. Right, so after you have finished F12, the next step is S2L, or second two layers, where you solve all 5 of these sides before you move on to the next step. So we also involve second layer here. So I'm gonna pause, since this is just like F12 star and F12, I am gonna pause the video until I finish S12. Then we'll do an overview of how it works. Alright, so now I have finished S2O. So this is what the Megaminx looks like when S2O is completed. Alright, so now you're going to put the white side on the bottom and gray should be on top. Next step is to make the gray star. Now you face the cube with any orientation and do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime until the step is solved. So you might have to do this algorithm a lot of times. Sometimes you only have to do it a few times, like now. So this is your gray star. Next, you need to position all the edges correctly. First of all, how many edges do you have correct? If you have 2 edges correct, it's this one and this one. They're adjacent from each other like this. That's good. Just hold them the correct edges on the front and left and do R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, 2, R prime. You will have to do it either 1 or 2 times to get all the edges solved. You might have other cases, but you need to repeat the same basic algorithm. The next step after that is to solve the gray corners. So put gray on the bottom like this. Choose any corner which is not in the correct orientation. Repeat R, U, R prime, U prime until that is solved. And repeat this for all 5 corners. So now, after you get a corner correct, you just do DR prime and start on the next corner. I will link my 3x3 tutorial in the description below, so you can see how similar solving a Megaminx is to solving a 3x3. Right. So once you're done positioning the corners, orienting the corners after positioning the edges, you need to position the corners. So what you're going to do is hold the cube upside down. Hold it so that gray is over here. You will need to learn two sequences to finish this step. One is forward sequence, R, U, R prime, and the other is backward sequence, R, U prime, R prime. We'll use both these sequences to solve the corners. So, first of all, get an unsolved corner on the bottom right? Then do R, U, R prime, then DR prime until you find the correct place for the corner, which is over here. Then do backward sequence to insert the corner. Now another corner will come up. Now, this case, do forward sequence. Now, you find another incorrect corner which is positioned the wrong place, and then just do backward sequence to move it out. Then just do DR prime until find the correct place. Then do forward sequence to insert the corner. You might have to do that a few times. Mostly you only have to do it once. So that's how you solve the different corners. See? Alright, so it is very easy to do this step. Right. Forward sequence. And this corner came out. Find its correct place. Here. Then backward sequence. Now your cube will be solved. Thanks for watching. And please subscribe for more cubing tutorials. Goodbye.